What's going on, guys? Radio Graffiti here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Joker 2. I really enjoyed the first Joker movie, which I was very surprised of when I first heard they were going to do a Joker solo movie. I thought that was a really stupid idea, but then when you actually seen it, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Joaquin Phoenix, just his performance alone was fantastic. I enjoyed this movie so much that I actually dressed up as the Joker for Halloween, and I never dress up for Halloween. And when I heard they were making a sequel, I thought, well, that's a huge red flag, because they said Joker 1 was supposed to just be a standalone movie, just a one and done. I don't think Todd Phillips, the director, wanted to do it. I don't think Joaquin Phoenix wanted to do it. And then I heard, oh, Joker 2 is going to be a musical. And I'm like, what the fuck? I want you to just take a second and think, you're in charge of making a sequel to the Joker. What is the absolute dumbest thing you can possibly do for the sequel? Make it a romantic comedy? That wouldn't be the dumbest, because it could work with Harley and Joker. They're clowns and they're in love. That could actually somewhat possibly work. No. What would be the dumbest is if you take the Joker and Harley Quinn and you make it a freaking musical. A musical! Right then and there, when they announced Joker 2 was a musical, I knew this movie was in big fucking shit. I was saying it the whole time. I even said it back when the trailer first came out. My biggest concern was, it's a musical. Makes no sense at all. And sure enough, this movie is now released to an absolute shitstorm. The audiences hate it, the critics hate it. I haven't seen a single person online say they actually like this movie, which is a huge surprise. There's always gotta be those people that even when a movie is extremely shit, there's always gotta be that one guy who's like, oh, I thought it was good. I don't know what everyone else is talking about. Oh, that was fantastic. So here we are with Joker 2. It's finally released. I've finally seen it after all these years of worry and concern. And yeah, they should not have made this movie. I'm sure if you've seen other reviews and heard any kind of online chatter about this film already, you already know that the response is terrible. And you're not going to get anything different from me, unfortunately. I heard all the negativity, but I still wanted to give the movie a chance. I was hoping maybe I could be one of the few that actually liked it, but no. There's really nothing new about this movie, because they're basically just recapping Joker 1. And the scenes that aren't them recapping Joker 1, it's just Joker in a prison just singing with Lee, is her name apparently? Harley or Lee, whatever. Like, they'll just be talking regularly, just having a normal conversation. Like, for example, oh yeah, my dog died. He got hit by a car the other day, and then she'll just be like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to... And it's like, what the fuck? They'll just be singing out of nowhere. It makes absolutely no sense. And then you get all these big musical sequences in his head with him and Harley singing and dancing together, and it's just like, man, who actually enjoys this? Who wants this? Whose idea was this? Whoever's idea it was to make this movie, they're either a troll, which if they're a troll and they did this intentionally, good on you. But if someone actually did this with the purpose of thinking this would actually make the movie good or any better, they need to be fired. They need to be blacklisted. Because this is absolutely the most atrocious thing you could have done with a Joker 2 sequel. Lady Gaga basically isn't even Harley Quinn. There's nothing Harley Quinn about Lady Gaga's character in this movie. She's just a girl that is obsessed with the Joker, and then as soon as she finds out that the Joker is just a huge fantasy, she just immediately leaves him. The ending to this movie is so fucking stupid. Arthur Fleck gets stabbed to death by some random guy. And it's like, what was even the purpose of Joker 1 and Joker 2? What a great conclusion to Arthur's character. He went from being a psychotic man that nobody noticed, nobody cared about, to becoming the Joker. To becoming a man that was idolized by people. You see him on the police car dancing and giving himself the blush smile. And then we get to this movie and he's just back to being Arthur Fleck, just some crazy weird loser who smokes a lot of cigarettes. It's like the entire purpose of his character just went right out the window once this film started. There's really nothing to even talk about with this movie, because like I said, they just recap a lot of what happened in the first movie. Like, there's so many scenes in here from the first movie. We spent so much time talking about what happened in the first movie. Like, yes, we know he's guilty of murder. What's the suspense here? The audience already knows that he committed these murders. There's no chance that he's getting away with this. And they're reading, oh yeah, we found him guilty. And then out of nowhere, a bomb just goes off in the courtroom. And I was just like, is this a dream or something? Because this made absolutely no sense. There was no build up to this at all. It just happens out of nowhere. Bomb goes off. Arthur just kind of just walks out. He gets conveniently picked up by some Joker supporters who just happen to be wandering around there. Then they drive off with him. He finds Lady Gaga by the stairs from the first movie where he's dancing and stuff. She tells him, fuck you, you're a loser. And she leaves. And then he goes right back to jail so he can get stabbed. Oh, and I forgot to mention that he gets raped in this movie. He gets beaten and gang raped by some guards because they didn't like that they were insulted during the trial by Arthur Fleck. If I had any positive things to say about the film, it'd probably be the scene where Mr. Puddles comes in. Was probably the best scene of the film. It's the only one where Joker is really allowed to have a one-on-one with anybody and you kind of really get a feel of their relationship. And that scene only lasted for probably like 3 or 4 minutes, so it wasn't really that long, but it was still the best scene of the entire film. And yeah, that's about it. Visually, it looks good. It doesn't look a CGI green screen disaster like most Marvel movies do these days, but that's about as high praise as I can give it. The performances are, fine. Joaquin Phoenix, he's just as good as he was in the first movie. He gives it his all. It doesn't feel like he just phones it in for a paycheck, which I'm sure he got a huge paycheck. This budget is apparently $250 for this movie. $250 million for a Joker sequel. I don't know where that money went. I'm guessing about $100 million went to the director and the lead actor because they didn't want to do this film. Because most of the movie just takes place in a prison anyway. I don't know, guys. This movie's terrible. I do not recommend watching this movie, but I know a lot of you are going to want to watch it anyway out of curiosity because I know a lot of people liked Joker 1. It honestly feels like the movie's kind of insulting to people who did like the first one because I feel like constantly through the movie they're kind of like saying Joker supporters and they're talking about the audiences who liked the first Joker movie. Like there's a line in the film where they're like, they don't want to see Arthur Fleck, they just want to see the Joker. And I believe they're talking to us, the audience. I don't understand why you'd want to make a troll movie that insults people who liked the first movie. But here we are. I don't know if anybody's going to like this movie at all. I've seen nothing but negativity towards this film. It's probably going to bomb at the box office. I'm probably never going to watch this movie again. What a major disappointment. The first Joker movie was so good, and then this comes out, and it's like it just tries to shit all over it and wants to ruin Joker's legacy. I'll probably be able to watch the first Joker movie again. I'm going to try to just block this sequel completely out of my head. It's going to be one of those cases where I'm just like, oh yeah, Joker was such a great movie. It's a shame they never made a sequel to it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Joker, Filet-A-Doo, whatever the stupid title is for this movie. Pretentious ass title. What did you guys think about this movie? I'm sure you hated it. I probably don't even need to ask that question. I'm sure you hated it. But if you're one of the few people on earth that actually like this film, first of all, what's wrong with you? And number two, please leave in the comment section below what you liked about the film, because I don't know what you can like about this. It just shits all over the first movie. It's nothing but a recap of the first film. It's very long and boring. It's just a bunch of Arthur smoking a cigarette and singing to Lady Gaga. There's little to no action in the entire film. No suspense. Nothing satisfying about the conclusion to this film at all. It's just so stupid. Such a waste of time. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. I'll see you guys next time.